Good morning. I'm so tired. I just want to say thank you guys already for the feedback and comments and stuff that I've been getting on my last video. Like, it really has been meaning a lot to me. I am just getting ready to leave the house. I haven't left the house in days because it got super cold here. It started snowing. Also, my lovely Aunt Flo came, which I'm not mad at because at the same time, I'm glad it came right before we're leaving versus when we're gone. Like, at least that's something that will be off the table of a possibility, but it has been brutal to me. Like, I don't know, ever since I had gotten COVID, and then with the like shots and stuff like that, like my body and stuff has been a mess. You guys know I was trying to figure out if I had PCOS, which I'm still gonna probably have to go in and see. Although, I don't know, since my surgery, I will say my cycles have been back to being like regular in terms of being on time and stuff, but the intensity of them and the way that they just wipe me out has been really rough. Normally, I don't leave the house at all days 1 through 3 because it just annihilates me so much, but I have PWOC, and I didn't get to go to the last 2 because Dante was sick, and this is going to be the last one that I'm able to attend before we leave. And yeah, you know, I just need that. I feel like also too, I just need some fellowship. I need to just be like in the Word, and even if it is ice and snow, like, we live in a world with a really, really merciful and great God that I know we'll be okay. We're gonna make it, and I'm not gonna be about myself and being cold. I'm packing on the layers. Right now, this is just one of those like Skims tanks. And then I've got jeans. I'm gonna end up putting like a jacket on, sweaters and stuff, because the other thing that has happened to me ever since surgery is that I get extremely cold. Like, it's ridiculous. Sean was like laughing at me about it. I used to be somebody who was never cold, and I'm talking like my heated blanket is attached to me, like full on attached to me pretty much at this time. I'm always like by the heat, turning the heat on, like just always cold. Any of y'all have had the surgery or different things and that's happened to you, let me know. I got a new sunscreen. I'm still gonna take my Shiseido one that makes me look ghostly, but I did get a new one from the Inkyless that when I swatched it on my hand, it doesn't have the white cast. So hopefully I'm gonna try it out today that it doesn't have it, because I am about to do some light makeup. I realized actually I need to get on the scale because you guys know from my last video, like I said, I've been kind of working on just losing a few more pounds. I finally broke my stall. I was in the stall for the longest, but like I said, I just didn't let it affect me, but then wanted to see, and I broke it. So now I'm really curious if I can get, I want 4 more pounds before I get on this plane. Nope, not yet, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm still happy with what I feel like I see in my body. Back in the messy closet. Just putting on jewelry, or as some people are saying it in the influenced world of stuff and fashion, what is it, icing is now what we're calling it. But yeah, just throwing on. It is kind of crazy how it's like you can put on jewelry and stuff even to something so casual, and it can really just elevate and dress up your look. I might even wear a hat today. I never wore hats because I felt like my face was just so round and big and fat that I didn't like how I looked in them. But I know that for the airport, I'm thinking of doing that whole wear your sweats, have like a, you know, some frosting on,
put a hat on and stuff, like where you kind of look like you're casual, but yet you're a little bit elevated is what I'm trying to go for. And so I'm going to test that out, I think, even today. Today is really not going to be super film worthy. I'm just really busy. Like I said, I'm not doing the most. Like, I'm going out to this PWOC thing, and then I am meeting up with my friend. I don't know if I had said this or not. One of my best friends, literally from since middle school, is stationed here at the same time. Like, no, it's not a, oh, we lost contact. Like, this is literally, I can't even believe it. Like, I didn't even say it out loud for the longest time. Like, so blessed that she is here. I am borrowing her travel car seat for Dante because we really don't want to have to take the car seats and everything on the plane. It's just a lot. And so they have like a travel one that we're going to use for when we get into the like Ubers, because Sean, if you're new to my channel, Sean is my husband. He's just a cutie patootie, and he has been so supportive with everything, right? Especially with like my body stuff and my body dysmorphia. First off, with the bathing suits, let's rewind. I was telling him about how I tried on the bathing suits and how like I like them, but like I also have like my, I feel like conservative sort of older lady didn't want to show her body ones. And he was like, you absolutely could rock bikinis more and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, like I don't want to spin. I don't want to go and do that for myself. Like, it's fine. I've got, you know, what I'm going to wear. I was like, it would be nice to feel like I'm just like always cute, but I was like, I'm good. And he surprised me with buying me a couple other bathing suits that are super cute and some like covers and stuff, like really, really cute. He nailed it. And then also we had a hotel, and then I said how I really wanted to go to Target, and the Target wasn't close to the hotel. And then that's when we were going back and forth because we really didn't want to be in and out of Ubers without a car seat for Dante especially. And he changed the hotel to be closer to Target, close to Sephora and different things like that. And so when we get there, the day before the cruise is a day that we're just there. We've allotted ourselves 2 days before this cruise because that way, if there's any delays and things, we're not stressing or like potentially miss our cruise. So if everything goes well and we just like get to where we're going when we're supposed to, then that next day, basically, he was like, yeah, like, let's go to Target. Like, you can go ahead and just like buy your stuff. Like, basically giving me like a little shopping spree. He's like, get yourself like get yourself stuff that makes you feel good. And I'm like, thank you. Love him for that. It's just crazy because we're also getting ready to approach in January will be our anniversary, where it'll be 9 years married. We've been together for 10 years. Like, this has been my favorite decade. Favorite. Okay, but enough, I feel like, gushing about my husband. With that, I wanted to also segue. I had a comment from dear Roxy, who, so many of you actually, your comments, you guys have been ride or dies. You guys know I've said that for the longest time. I call my longtime subscribers and followers and things and supporters, friends, ride or dies. And Roxy, I want to just highlight something that you had said because it really resonated with me, but I really also appreciate it because she had said how she noticed and appreciated kind of just the combo of honoring my husband and my kids' privacy on here, and just that I've seen so much more relaxed ever since we came to Germany. And I just, again, want to first and foremost say a huge part of that is us as a family really diving into walking the path that we should as Christians. Also, I took that step back. Like I said it in multiple videos. I don't want to keep saying this. Like, this will probably be the last one that I mention it, and then that's that. But of taking that step back, and this is just not a thing that I'm doing for the fame or glory or anything of the sort. I just enjoy making content. When it comes to my kids, I absolutely positively loved, especially with Orion and my old channel, like filming every single moment. And I wish I was able to do that for Dante more. But if you're new to my channel, or maybe you missed some things, when I had Dante, it was rough. I I was in the hospital for way too long, for almost 2.5 months, for me to actually be like fully discharged. I got out and then had to keep going every other day for the wound vac. Like the C-section and stuff was horrendous. My husband had to deploy before Dante was 3 months old. COVID was a thing. Literally, Dante was like one of the first babies to get COVID at the base that we were at in Italy. So that was scary. Then I got it. And so like, I ended up the span of getting COVID 4 times, you guys. It was obnoxious. But I was basically just fighting for my life. I felt like for a big portion of the last couple of years. Like literally just like fighting for my life and just trying to just be here. And then, you know, it was just a hard time, I think, for everybody in general. And it just really made a lot of people do self-reflection and just a lot of different stuff. I absolutely positively loved my time in Italy for some reasons, the same way I also didn't like it for some reasons. But for the most part, I really, really loved it. And it will always hold a really special place in my heart because some of the friendships and things that I made, like, are just things that I feel like are unicorns, especially here in the military world, military spouse world. The being able to be a key spouse in the squadron was such an incredible experience and something that I was really glad I was able to do. I think I felt like God letting me live and be on this earth. I really wanted to give back in any way that I could and serve my fellow spouses and families and just people around me, because the amount of outpour that I had when we were going through stuff, just, it was so humbling, you guys. It was incredible. And so I spent a lot of time, I was doing a lot of different spouse stuff, a lot of different key spouse things. I was busy, struggling, just a whole mess of stuff. And I felt like my social media, especially like my YouTube and everything, did take a big back burner to that. And I told myself coming to Germany that I wanted to be intentional. I wanted to really remember that this time that we have is not guaranteed. It's also so precious that we get this, because not a lot of people get to say that they've gotten to live in another country, let alone 2 other countries. And I want to take advantage of that. And especially even for like my kids, with Orion starting kindergarten when we got here. He started American kindergarten. He had gone to school already, but anyways, I digress. So with him starting school, I knew that I wanted to be a parent that was involved and being able to do the things like you guys have seen here, like bring him the pie for his class for Pie Day and be there when they're doing their jogathons that you guys have seen that I posted and you guys help donate to. Like, I want to be an involved parent. I'm taking them to their activities. Dante, you know, is in soccer, he's in karate and different things like that. I just want to be a very present mother and wife and really take the time to slow down and just appreciate all of these things around me. And so Roxy, for saying that you saw that, and then just seeing even that I just am a happier person, because I really am, you guys. Again, like I said, is it negative when it comes to the privacy of my husband and my kids? It's not that we're anti-show everybody. I just think that there's a time and a place and just doing it naturally. I don't purposely just go to put the camera in their face and stuff. My kids are hams that they like the camera on them, but I also know the times that they need the privacy. My husband is more of a private person. He's also gone a lot, so that's why you guys don't see him as much, but he is excited for this trip as well. He's got the GoPros. He's ready to go. So that was a long-winded thing here. I'm going to go ahead and get ready, and I'll see if I end up checking back in here, but this might literally just be what I say today, is just thank you. And I'm just so appreciative of all of you. And especially when you guys are sending these comments and stuff, I read every single comment, and it's really does make my day. So I read that this morning, the start of my day. It made my morning, and I'm just gonna go and, like I said, be present with my kids, go get in the word, and then come home and try to work on this disaster of a closet room, because thinking about doing Vlogmas, but in my own way, since we will be in the middle of the ocean for most of December. I don't know how well if it's going to be every day, or if maybe I'm going to try to do stuff that's like every 2 days, every 3 days or something like that. But I do feel like I kind of want to be able to put some of our trip into chunks and be able to upload it versus having like a bunch of material that has to all get sought through when I get back. I don't know. I feel like I'm really rambling, but I just feel like sometimes we have to have a little catch up and then continue on.